Okay guys, I've got 3 cups of wheat berries. They look like wheat in the mill here, and it ought to, it makes a little noise, so hopefully I can edit the sound out of the video, and if you hear a fan in the background, it's because the wood stove's going. Um, Here we go. Kind of sounds like a turbo jet engine powering down or something. Um, anyway, I'll if you notice me tinkering with a couple of knobs here, one is for the motor speed, the other one was for the feed rate for the grain, and that determines how thick or how dense or fine the flour is. Let's see. First time using this thing, and never made a video either, so this ought to be interesting. And then this pulls out like this. Tap the top because there's flour that will stick to it. And let's see. And it twists. And it comes off like that. And see, there's some flour. And this little thing comes off. It's just like a dust pitcher. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to get a brush or something to, there we go. Get a brush to clean that better. not very organized either. There we go. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this will be enough for one loaf of bread. Feels pretty much like all-purpose flour. Okie dokie. Let's see. I'll be back when I get my other stuff. Okay. I've got my mixer going. This mixer, Roger came across at he found like a yard sale or flea market or something. Anyway, he found this thing for $2, and it's been working great. He found it about 8 years ago. I just had to get the dough hook and mixer, and I don't know, we've got a bunch of other attachments. So when we process deer, we've got something we can grind with and stuff sausage with and all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. And let's see. Here's a flour again. And the recipe, I've got 2 cups of water in here. And the recipe says to put like 3 cups of flour in here. The recipe calls for 4.5 to 4 3/4. But I'm gonna put, I've watched I don't know how many different videos of this, and I'm gonna put about 2.5 in there, because I guess this stuff is, since it's a different kind of flour, this is a little bit different process. Let's see. That's about right. And set that up there. So then I gotta get my, never done this before. So, and then it says to add the yeast, and I've got about a tablespoon of yeast here. So there's that. And it says to stir it up a little. Pull this thing out. There we go. And I'm going to get a towel to put over this, because from experience I've found that sometimes flour can fly everywhere. And that's no fun, having to clean all that mess up. Oops, gotta plug it in. Okay, I'm gonna get a spatula. So that way the flour can get all incorporated. From the videos that I've watched, I guess you gotta, what they call autolyze this, so that way it kind of softens the bran, is what my understanding is. Okay. Now I'm gonna just let this sit and do its thing, kind of proof the yeast, and I will be right back. Okay, this is what they call autolyze. It's like proofing the yeast, if you're familiar with baking bread. And the next thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add some oil and honey. I'm using olive oil, and I've got some honey that is local. Yay, that's kind of cool. And then we're going to start adding more flour. Oh yeah, we're going to put some salt in here too. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of this stuff in here called vital wheat gluten. It's, I don't know, it's supposed to help it be softer or something. This is the first time I've done this, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, and if you notice a different shirt, I had to change out of my sweatshirt because it was too blasted hot. Roger got the wood stove cranked up, and it's about 75 degrees in the house, and so it's supposed to be like, I don't know, in the teens tonight, so I want to make sure it kind of got a head start on the heat, and it was good. Yeah, and in this cup I put the oil in first, and then I put the honey on top of it, and it kind of sort of helped it come out easier. I don't know, but it's making a mess anyway. There we go. Let's try that. And one of the dogs wants it. Okay, do that. And stir that in. Okay, now I'm gonna start adding flour. I think one of the dogs is barking. One thing with this, I don't want to add too much flour at a time, or hang on, I gotta let the dogs in. Okay, now they're all happy. and then scrape this down real good. I've never, like I said, I don't know that I've ever even made bread in this thing. Try it here. Go ahead and scrape it down. A lot of the videos that I watch, they have this really cool mixer that you can add everything from the top, and you know, it's pretty cool. And if I get to doing this a lot, I'll probably get one of those. But currently I do not have one, so. Testing to see how this goes. That's what we're looking for. Kind of see the way it's pushed out, the gluten is starting to develop. I better keep on running that thing. This thing might vibrate off the counter. Supposedly supposed to leave this knead like this for, I don't know, about 8 or 10 minutes is what they've said on the other videos. See what happens. See you then. Okay, here's the kneading process. It's been going for about 10 minutes, and I added another 3 because it was still pretty sticky. But I'm gonna try it again here. Check it. See, it's kind of stretchy, but it still breaks. I don't want it to break. Nope, not ready. See? Sticky. Now my fingers are on there. Okay, this is needed probably about a total of, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Man, I gotta get another one of a different mixer. This thing's gonna, I mean, I guess it's better than having to knead it by hand and, you know, all that, but it'd sure be nice to make bigger batches and take less time. I'll be right back. Alright, I kind of moved my workspace around now. This is still a little bit sticky, but I'm working in just a little bit of flour at a time. But I'd seen them that they want the best results. There's just a little bit of stickiness and I don't know. Anyway, I guess it's supposed to prevent it from being so dense. I've got just a little bit of flour on the counter here. There is still a little stuff in a little bit. And the neat thing with this dough, it only needs one rise. And I've seen a lot of different ways to make a loaf. Of course, I've baked bread since I was like, I don't know, a kid. When I went through home ec, they were like, well, what have you cooked? And I put bread on the list, and the teacher asked, well, how do you do that? And I said, well, the first thing you gotta do is go out to the barn and milk the goat. And she said, okay, I believe you. Yeah, you can use a rolling pin for this if you want to, but let's see. And I'm going to do this in such a way that I saw someone else do on a video. That's a kind of a thirds thing. Yeah. Pull it out and fold it this way. Oh, I have a little flour in there. And then pull it out. Oh, that's a little thick, but not tender. Fold it that way. Kind of smush it out. Then roll it up. Kind of tuck it down. I guess with this bread you want to make sure there's good topside surface tension or whatever. It's not the way that I was actually taught how to do this, but here it is. Oops. I think it's going to be a little uneven, but that's okay. It's the first time making this type of bread. I guess it'll be forgivable if it's a little defective, and it'll probably taste just fine. And if it's really horrible, then I guess it can go out to the chickens. Okay. Yucky side, good side. Fix this just a little bit more. Okay. Let's try this. And here's the loaf. Pan. Yep. I want to get some cast iron pans, but or stainless or something non-Teflon, but I did oil this pan before putting this in here, and now we'll let it rise for about, I don't know, they say 30-45 minutes, something like that. See you then. Yeah, I can't believe it. This is risen already. It's only been about 30 minutes or so. So, of course, I did grease this pan. The oven's preheated to 350, and I'm gonna put it in there for about 35 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the loaf. Came out of the oven. It rose a little bit more, and it's, kind of, pretty dark. Sounds hollow. So it should be done. I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit, and then I'll take it out of the oven. Actually, I'm gonna turn it on its side so it doesn't the top doesn't collapse. Be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna take this out of the pan, see how it turned out. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. There's the side, there's the top, other side. Huh. Wow, pretty spongy. I'm going to set it on its side so it doesn't get... I'd heard that this bread, or watched video, that this bread can get pretty dense if you let it sit on its bottom. It kind of compresses or something. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I guess we'll find out. I'll let it cool a lot, and then I'll try cutting it. Uh-oh, somebody is...
Oh, it needs cut right away.
No, it doesn't. It'll, yeah.
It smells good, yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what we got. Seems like it's pretty soft. And cut into it, see what it's like here. I'm gonna cut the small end first. Ooh, that turned out pretty good. I'll cut another piece here. Here's... Turned out pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Well, there it is.